Hello. Hi, Terry. How are you? How you doing? Who else is here? Terry, what's going on? What do you need? What's happening in your body? Are there certain areas you're working on? You looked good doing the squat the other day. How did you like that session, the private session in the community, the Stronger Bones Lifestyle community? We did the squat tutorial with Carl Reeder. I think it was great. I heard a lot of great feedback from people. So wanted to hear what you had to say. God, I feel like I'm so close. So tell me how you felt. Yes, he's great. And so grateful that he reached out to me. Him and I are definitely going to be doing more together. I think it's really important. I mean, that's what from my own journey with a hip replacement, what I've learned really is the importance of function and learning how to bring our body back to function if it's not there. And so that becomes really important. Let me turn all these things up. So anything in particular that's going on for you in your body? Today we're going to do strength from the inside out. So important to be working on strength as we age, really important. So for those of you that are watching this recorded in my Stronger Bones Lifestyle community, I have guest experts. I've had a couple of orthopedic surgeons come in to speak with us. I had a functional movement specialist come in. And the goal is for us to learn all that we can from the lifestyle approach to bone health. And I just want to say something. I met with someone yesterday that I've been working with privately running functional labs on for over a year. And she said to me, Debbie, I finally understand that this is a lifestyle, because that's my whole thing, my podcast, Stronger Bones Lifestyle, my community, Stronger Bones Lifestyle. Because what I've learned over the years, either in my own body, my own life, in those that I've worked with privately, that it's not just about what we should eat or which supplements we should take or what kind of weight-bearing exercise we should do or what are the main things we need to focus on to make sure we're building strong fracture-resistant bones. It's never just one thing or two things or three things. It truly is the lifestyle. And it is possible to slow down, stop, reverse bone loss, to completely be in control of how we age and to remain active forever. And that is my goal, is to share that wisdom, to share the lifestyle aspects. And it's what we do all the time. It's every day what we're doing. So know that that is possible. And yeah, let's start practicing yoga. I'm really excited. Let me say something, go back here. Okay. So, should take off my socks. I'm going to take off my socks, but I'm also going to do a little tutorial on that. So taking off your socks or putting on socks, the bending in the body that's the safest for our spine so that we don't fracture our spine, the safest way to bend is to make that happen in your hip joint, right? So your knees are slightly bent, but most of it's in the hip. So I'm going to take off my socks. So I have to be able to lift my leg, keep myself in a balanced position. I put my leg bone there. When I do bend to take my sock off, it'll be in my hip, not in my spine. So I'm going to bend down, take my sock off, throw that away, and then do the other side. Now that standing foot that I'm on is figuring out where the heck I am. I'm bending my hip joint to come forward. So back to the fact that having strong fracture-resistant bones is a lifestyle. So every day what we do, getting up and down off the toilet is another opportunity to practice that safe hip fold or hip bend, not spine, but hip. And when you're getting dressed, whether you're putting on your pants, putting on things. Now, if you are going to try to put underwear on and pants on standing, which I do because I want to maintain as much as I can in my body for as long as I can, then you have to have this range of motion and this flexibility to be able to bend your joints like this to then put them on so you can bend in your hip and not reach down with the spine to do it, which is going to compress the front of the spine. So Every day, the lifestyle component of what you do and how you move matters when it comes to creating fracture-resistant bones. Today, we're going to do strength from the inside out. So we're going to develop the strength inside. With that, I would like you to stay as present moment as possible in this practice, meaning connect to your breath. If you're able to close your eyes when you're practicing, because that's going to actually put you in a place of feeling and noticing. And yoga is a mind-body practice. It's not just an exercise, and it's an amazing exercise, but it's also a way for us to manage stress, to be in the present moment, and to take care of the other components of what matters with bone health, not just weight bearing and resistance training, but also that internal regulation, internal balance of our nervous system that supports bone building and stops bone dissolving. So make sure today that you have your props, a strap, a blanket, at least one block. I'm going to start the practice today with 2 blocks, a chair if you need it, a wall if you need it. Get whatever you need. And then when you come down onto the ground, make sure you bend your hips to bring yourself down onto the ground. I want to do a chest opener. Chest openers are always important because a back bend is what we need in our bodies. We spend so much forward motion throughout the day. So I'm going to do 2 blocks. You could use a blanket and put a blanket right here underneath your heart and put your head on the floor. So you're right behind your heart. So that's an option for some of you. I'm going to use 2 blocks. One of them will go right here behind my heart, and then the other one will go back behind my head. So you decide, do you want the tallest? Do you want the medium? Do you want the flat? You decide which one you need. And then this one here behind your heart, put it lengthwise so the shoulder blades come there. And starting with a back bend to bring ourselves to this present moment is a really great way to start the practice. So come down so that the edge of the block is right by the heart, and bring yourself down. Keep your knees bent at first, and then push your arms into the ground. Lift your rib cage up, slide the shoulder blades towards the center. These are flat bones in the back of the body. So if you get them on the block, that'll put you in a nice place for a stretch. Walk your feet a little closer to your body with your knees bent. When we manipulate this part of our spine, it may translate to low back or the neck. So notice in your body if that's happening. And the way you would minimize this tension in the low back is to walk your feet closer, have them be a little wider than your body, let your knees fall in towards each other. And then behind your head, place the block in whatever level is appropriate for you and the range of motion in your body. So you want to feel some stretch, but not too much. Find that Goldilocks position. And then take your arms out to the side. And backs of the hands are touching the floor. You may need to be a little lower to begin. You may be able to go straight with your arms. Just notice, close your eyes, and explore what feels like the appropriate stretch. Lift your head, tuck your chin towards your chest, lengthen the back neck, and then let your body rest here. Close your eyes, close your mouth, breathe in and out through your nose, and arrive. Bring your awareness to your pelvis, to your tailbone, sacrum area. Press it down. Feel the sacrum, feel the tailbone, feel the grounding aspect of your pelvis. Feel the back of your heart area. Feel the support, whatever you have behind your back. Feel that support. Feel the back of the left hand on the ground. Feel the back of the right hand on the ground. And then feel your head, feel the back of your head supported. Deep breaths to your belly. And stay with your breath. So breathing down to the belly. Let's bring a little mind controlling aspect of the breath. We're going to count. And this will keep you connected to the breath. It helps to keep us connected. So the breath of peace is called Sukha Pranayama. Breath of peace, equal inhale, equal exhale. You're going to breathe in 6 and breathe out for 6. So take a big exhale and let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue on your own. Count. Keep your mind busy with counting. Keep counting. Stay with counting to keep your mind busy. Finishing the breath that you're on, take 3 more breaths just like that. And then letting go of your last breath. And then if you can, see what happens if you take one leg along and then the other leg along and separate your legs. Take your arms, reach your arms out to the side so you make the shape of the letter Y. Palms are up towards the sky. And then if you dig your heels into the floor, that might feel a little bit better for you with the low back, pushing the belly to the spine. Really stretch your body here to whatever feels appropriate. Point your toes. Feel the tops of the feet. Stretch, reach through your hands. As you're reaching your arms away, you'll feel a stretch in the midsection of the body. And then let's flex the feet, reach through the heels. You'll feel the activation in the back of the legs, the calf area. When you flex the wrists, reaching through the heels of the hands, you'll feel the inner arm, the inner forearm. Breathing deep. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to come off the blocks. You're going to roll off slowly onto your side and take a couple of breaths here. Depending on how big of an opening you were just doing, let that release and that relief come into your body. So we want our practice of yoga to be effective. We want it to be as strong as possible. We want it and need it to be safe as possible. And you also don't want to do too much. You want to deplete your energy. You want to do just right, Goldilocks, so you create more strength in your body. Let's take the hand on the ground, bring the upper leg in. We're going to use a piston action with our upper leg to help push away from the floor. Take an inhale. As you exhale, push strongly with your hand, your elbow, and kick your leg away to bring yourself up. Your blocks off to the side. Coming on to all fours, starting to warm up our inside, warming up our core, warming up our body. So take your hands forward and wide. So definitely forward of the shoulder joint. Then take your feet or your knees wide, flatten your tops of your feet into the floor. Then push yourself forward, push yourself to the right, push yourself back, push yourself to the left, forward, right, back, and left. And then smooth out the corners so you turn this into a circular motion. Keep your head active and lifted, looking forward, strengthening those upper back and postural muscles, always working on posture whenever we can, raising our awareness. Notice how when you come forward, you weight bear on your wrists, on your hands. When you go back and you push to the side, you'll feel it in the side of your hip. When you push back, you may feel inner thighs if your legs are really spread wide here. So starting to get the attachment of the muscles onto the pelvic area. Then switch, go the other direction. So we want to be bendable and not breakable. We want a lot of range of motion in our body. So if we slip, trip, stumble, or fall, we don't break ourselves. Keeping that range of motion. Keep your arms straight. You're rolling around in your shoulders, rolling around in your hips. Make sure it feels okay for your body. Modify if you need. Maybe you don't move as fast or as far in either direction. Bring yourself back to center. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Hopefully your wrists are feeling okay with that forward position. And then walk your knees back so that you are hip distance. Pointer fingers are forward. Hands are spread, so you make a shape of a letter L with your pointer finger and your thumb facing each other. Push your body weight back and notice how you can get out of the wrists if you need a little break. And then push your body weight forward. Notice how that brings in extra weight to the wrists. We need strong wrists to minimize fractures in our wrists. Move yourself back, move yourself forward. Move yourself back and move yourself forward. And then bring yourself back. Come up for a second, take a break off the wrists. Move your fingers, roll around the wrist. Cannot say enough about how important it is to use your wrists, even if you have had a previous issue, a fracture or something. Don't avoid movement. Modify, bring something in that you can, whatever that is. Bring yourself back down. We're gonna do a little pelvic tilting. So imagine that right off of your tailbone, you have a Sharpie marker pointing behind you towards the wall behind you. Your head is forward of your mat. And then I want you to draw a line down the back wall, up the back wall. You're gonna feel a stretch of the low back muscles, down the back wall and up the back wall. When you draw the line down the back wall, you're activating your core to tilt your pelvis back. So learning how to activate core muscles, where the core is really important for so many aspects of keeping our body strong and healthy as we age. Down the back wall, up the back wall, down and up, down and up. And then bring yourself up again, taking some break off of your wrists. And then go ahead and grab a block. Take a block, bring the hand onto the block. So let's do left hand onto the block. And then take the right hand behind your head, elbow out to the side. Bring the elbow down, exhale. And then inhale, reach with the elbow up to the side, rotating your trunk, warming up rotational muscles. Exhale down. Inhale up. If you can close your eyes and feel what this is doing in your body. Feel where that stretches in your body. One more. Stay here. And little pulses with your elbow up towards the sky. And then bring yourself down, bring yourself out. Take your hand over to the block over to the other hand. Take the opposite hand behind your head. Exhale, elbow comes down. Inhale to open. Exhale down. Close your eyes. Inhale, open, leading with the elbow. Exhale down. Feel where you feel this in your body. One more, you're going to come open. On the inhale, stay there, and then little pulses up with that elbow. And then bring yourself down, bring yourself out. Come all the way out. Now, if your knees bend, sit like this, where you have the block between your ankles, and you sit on the block. Or if you have trouble with your knees bending, you could double your block. We do have 2 blocks here. So then putting 2 blocks like this behind the ankles is nice. It's a little bit higher, and for some of you with knee flexion issues, that may be better for you. Or if this doesn't work, do crisscross applesauce. So sit on your tushy and cross your legs. Let's warm up our upper body. You're going to look across the room about 2/3 of the way up the wall to keep your head in a nice position. And then you're going to start to open your arms to the side. Keep them low at first, so we're not in the shoulders. We're mostly in the chest. Starting to open on the inhale. When we practice yoga, typically when the arms move away, when the body opens, when you're in a receptive breath position, this is when we inhale. And we exhale when we come back towards center, our body folds or our joints bend. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to contract. Start to go a little higher with your arms. Out to the side. One more. And then bring yourself back to center. Shoulders are forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And then bring your hands onto your shoulders. Bring your elbows down, your head goes down. When your head goes towards your chest, don't round the upper spine. Just let it be the head that tips forward, chin to chest. Feel that stretch, maybe all the way down from the base of the skull down towards right between the shoulder blades. Head is about 10 pounds. It's a lot of weight to be stretching those muscles. So tuck your chin towards your chest. Exhale, bring your elbows down, and then bring the elbows forward, up, out, and around. As you inhale, opening your body, opening your throat, opening your elbows. The exhale occurs when you come down, when the throat closes, when you come back towards center. The inhale is when you start to go away from center, lengthen, open, receive. Exhale down. Close your eyes if you can. And then one more. And then bring yourself back to center. Close your eyes. Feel and notice what you're experiencing now in your body. And then open your eyes. Let's stretch the upper back muscles that we use or need to support for posture. So take your arms wide. Bring your left arm forward and bring your right arm on top of your left arm. So right arm goes on top of the left arm. And then walk your hands back towards the center of your back. Now come to a folding position. So what's important here is that the right arm is on top. The right arm needs to be this side of the left arm. So if you're not able to cross your arms, if you're here or here and you're not able to get your right arm over, which happens to a lot, then you could take a hold of the right arm, keep your heart facing forward, and pull that right arm over to the left. Feel the stretch in the upper back muscles. If you are able to get the wrap, you could come into the wrap. Push the hands away from your face. Lift your elbows up towards shoulder height, or continue to pull that right arm over towards the left. If you are in this position, push the right elbow into the left forearm. That'll deepen the stretch at the upper right side of your back, stretching those upper back muscles. Keep your fingers open if you can, or you could hold on to your thumb if your thumb is within reach, or if your fingers can go into your palm, then try that. This is eagle arms. When we're standing, we could wrap our legs and our hands to make an eagle. Take one more breath. And then you're gonna bring yourself out. So it was left arm on the bottom. Now we're gonna do the right arm on the bottom, left arm on top. Take your hands and walk your hands back. Then you come into the wrapped position. Now you have the left arm, the left elbow is on the right side and the right elbow is on the left side. If you're not able to do this, hold on to that left arm and guide that left arm over to the right, keeping your rib cage forward, not letting your upper torso turn. Just keep your rib cage here and draw that arm over. So depending on where you are, if you were in the eagle wrapped arms, raise your arms and push them away from your body so you don't have them right next to your face. Push away and lift up. And then push that left elbow into that right forearm. Close your eyes. Feel where you feel that stretch occurring in your body. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and bring your arms out. Shake your arms, shoulders roll forward, up, back, and down. So I like to teach a core exercise called around the core, where we do the sides of the core, we do the front of the core, and we do the back of the core. Some of the postures in this, I'm going to give you modifications for those that need that. And this is a good practice. Maybe you decide that you're going to do this, could take you maybe 3 to 5 minutes to do an around the core practice. So let's take the props off to the side. The first one we're going to do is plank. So with plank, you could do the modification where either you bring the hands forward, you bring the pelvis forward, and the feet go on the ground, and then you're flattening out the low back, pulling the pubic bone up towards the low ribs. This is a modification. If you need to go down into the forearm, you could do the forearm, or you could stay up. And then if you're going to do the full, you bring your feet back into the full version of plank. So choose what you're going to do. I'd like us to do 3 breaths, 3 long, slow, deep breaths with each movement. So take your hands, point your fingers forward. Let's take whatever position you're going to take in plank, bring yourself into it, and then take a big inhale. As you exhale, pull your pubic bone up towards your low ribs. So flattening the low back up towards the sky, tilting your pelvis back. Inhale to release. Exhale. Inhale to release. Exhale. And then bring yourself out. So that is the whole front body and the front core. That's plank. The next one we're going to do is side plank. Variations for this. You could come down onto the ground and take your elbow underneath your shoulder, bending your knees. The farther away your knees are, the less bent they are, the more intense it is. The closer together, closer to your body the knees are, a little bit easier. And the goal here is to push away from the floor. 3 breaths, pushing up, and when we come up, we're going to stay up for 3 breaths. So you could do this modification, or if you do full Vasisthasana, which is side plank, pretty challenging posture, you come on to the pinky toe edge of the foot and you bring yourself into this. Okay, so side plank is a very challenging posture. We're going to do 3 breaths. This is going to get the side on both sides. So choose whether you're going to do the modification or you're going to do the full variation. Take yourself into a position to begin. And once we're here, we'll start with the 3 breaths. Bring yourself out. Let's move to the other side. So arrange yourself to be on the other side. Coming into whatever variation you're going to do, starting our 3 breath count. Bring yourself out. That one is quite a challenge. The next one we're going to do is the bridge. So bring yourself down onto your back. Before we go down, have your props handy, your strap and your block. So when you come down, you could add a little bit extra here. Tilting your pelvis, activating your core, bringing yourself down through your spine. When you get all the way down, take your blanket away from the back of the head. Let's put the block in between the knees. You could do it with or without the block. We're going to do 3 breaths in bridge. Take your arms, push your arms into the floor to slide your shoulder blades closer together. Walk your feet close, toes are pointing forward. Lift your head, lengthen your back neck. Keep your arms here right alongside your body. Inhale. As you exhale, push your feet into the floor, squeeze your block, push your body up as high as you can. Press your arms into the floor to bring your upper spine off the floor, and then 3 deep breaths here. When you come down, bring yourself down slowly. Come onto your tippy toes. Try to press the rib cage onto the floor first, tilting your pelvis back, stretching your low back as you lower down to the ground. And then bring the blanket back behind your head. Take the block off to the side, draw the knees in. So around the core, 4 postures. You do the plank, then you do side plank on one side plank on the other side, and then bridge. So we did 3 breaths, which is short. Definitely hard to do that with the side plank. So you may decide to do a 5 breath practice, 6 breath practice, or maybe you do 6 breaths for bridge and for plank, and then you do 3 breaths for each side of side plank. And it's a great way to keep your whole trunk nice and strong. Put your feet on the ground. A really great core exercise is actually tilting your pelvis back. So using those core muscles to manipulate or mobilize your pelvis, flattening your low back into the floor, helps to give you that awareness of the activation of the core. So let's take the hands out to the side. Inhale. As you exhale, that's when we do core work. Pull the pubic bone up towards the lower ribs, flatten the belly and the low back towards the ground, and then inhale to release. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Try to make this be a real big movement. So roll all the way to the end of the tailbone. Your low back is away from the floor quite a bit when you do this. And then as you exhale, you're pulling that pubic bone up towards those lower ribs, flattening the back of the pelvis, flattening the back of your back on the ground, pushing the lower ribs towards the ground, really feeling that activation of core. Inhale to release. Exhale to activate. Inhale to release. Real big, real strong. One more. And then bring yourself back to neutral. So I'd like to do some flexibility, keeping that range of motion in our body is really important. We're going to do the leg stretches for the pelvis. So keep making sure that the attachment to your pelvis with the leg muscles is nice and limber, so that if you do slip, trip, or fall, you're less likely to pull strongly in the pelvis and fracture it. Now, the important thing when we do the leg stretch is this. Keep your pelvis in a neutral position. So feel the pressure at the back of your sacrum. Your low back is not touching the ground. You are not pelvic tilting. So when we do pull our leg towards the wall behind you, you want to make sure you don't tilt your pelvis with that, because all that does is bring the attachment to the pubic bone or pelvic bone away from the floor. It doesn't mean anything in terms of flexibility in the hamstring. If you press your buttocks to the ground and you keep that hip as close or that pelvis as close to the ground as possible, and then you pull back, that's where you're getting the maximum stretch for the hamstring muscle group. So keep your strap on your belly, draw your knees in. Let's warm up our hamstrings before we stretch them. Reach through the heel up towards the sky. Try to keep sole of the foot flat up towards the sky. If you keep your knees right above your pelvis, you'll feel that you have to activate your core, trying to pull the pubic bone up towards the lower ribs to stabilize the pelvis, not let that low back fly off the floor. Reach through the heel and start to feel that in the calves, feel that in the hamstrings, bringing blood to the muscles. When we have blood and fluids in the tissues, we're less likely to injure ourselves. So making sure we stay nice and warm, feel those quadriceps in action, and then go ahead and draw the knees into your chest, rock side to side. Take your strap and bring your strap on your right foot. Now bring the strap and not the loop. So bring the strap so that you can actually hold on to the left strap with the left hand and the right strap with the right hand. And strengthen your hands while you're at it. The strap goes into the center, into the arch part of your foot, and then take your left leg long. Straighten up that right leg. We would like a straight leg here. So if you have to put your leg away to get it straight, do that. Walk your hands up the strap so you're closer to the feet. Wrap your hands around the strap. Pull the strap down deeply. Feel that connection of the right buttock into the ground, and then push the knee away from you, and now draw that leg towards the wall behind you. So push the knee away, draw the leg towards the wall behind you. Push your left leg into the floor. Pulling that leg back, push the knee away from you. Feel that stretch at the back of the right thigh. This is your hamstring. We're pulling on that pelvis. So try to push the right tushy cheek, the lower edge where the round part of your buttocks are. Push that towards the ground as you pull back and push your knee away. And create as much resistance in the back of that leg as you can. Pulling that muscle, pulling on bones, creating more flexibility, range of motion, stimulation to the bones as you pull on them with the tendons. Push the leg away, pull back, and really push the round part of your buttocks near the tailbone towards the ground. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and release. Let's take the left foot into the air, bending that right leg. If you need to adjust your grip, you could adjust your grip here. Make sure that your leg is straight. Take that right leg to straight if that's appropriate for your body. And then push that left buttock into the ground. Push that left knee away from you. And let's enter this side, pulling that leg back towards the wall behind you and pushing the round part of your buttock towards the ground to keep that neutral pelvis and not tilting the pelvis. Push the right leg into the ground. That'll give you a little bit more access in the left side. Push that left buttock towards the floor. Pull the left leg back. Push the left knee away from you. Feel as much tension as you can at the back of the left thigh. Push away, pull back, round buttock area towards the ground. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and release. Let's bring the right foot up into the air. Take your hands and give yourself a little relief here. Hold your legs in the air. Now take a hold of the strap. Separate your feet so that there's about 2 to 3 inches between each foot. The soles of the feet are pointing up towards the sky. You're pushing into the pinky toe edges of your feet. Push through your heels. Pull your toes down towards you. Push your knees away from you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, push your knees away. Try to push your tailbone to the ground and then push or pull both legs back. Feel that stretch behind your legs. Try to push your tailbone down. Push into the sides of the strap and pull your legs back. Both legs at the same time. Mouth is closed, deep breaths. Push your tailbone down, push your legs away and pull back. Really feel that stretch at the back of the thighs. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and release. Take the strap off to the side, bring your knees into your chest. And put your feet on the floor. Put your hands on your belly. Take a couple of breaths here to rest. Let your awareness go down to your pelvis, to your legs, to your core. Just checking in and see how you're feeling. Heart, is your heart beating extra? And then go ahead and blink your eyes open. So this next posture is a hovering twist, and it strengthens the core muscles. We hover our body in space, and then we work to keep that stability in our pelvis. Now, you want to be careful you don't go too far over, because especially if you have low back issues, you need to have that core activation. So trying to pull the pubic bone up towards the low ribs, activating the core, starting at the pelvic floor. You act like you're holding a blueberry in the very center bottom part of your body. That's the pelvic floor activation. Then pull that pubic bone up towards the low ribs, push the low ribs down towards the ground. That'll help you activate your core to keep your back safe in this. Grab your block. Your block will go between your legs like this on the middle level, not the flat level and not the long ways, but this middle level where you have the longest piece of your block. So draw your knees in and take that block and bring it between the lower legs. From here, you flex your feet and you squeeze the block to hold onto the block. Bring your hands down alongside your body and your fingertips. Now the legs right above your pelvis is going to be harder. If you need to bring the knees closer to your body, that'll tilt your pelvis back and protect your low back. Do what's appropriate for your body. So find the position that you need. And then we're going to flex the feet and inhale to the side. So inhale to a place where you can hold this. Keep both of your shoulder blades on the ground. You could take the opposite arm out to the side to help anchor that shoulder blade. Flex the feet, squeeze the block. You could tilt your pelvis back here a little to protect your low back. Feel the belly activate when you do that. Deep breaths here, close your eyes, feel this in your body. Squeeze the block, pull the toes towards you. The direction that you're moving your legs in, you can push that arm into the ground to help support as well. Tailbone towards your low ribs. Core is strong. Squeeze the block, pull the toes towards you. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Let's draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a break here. That's a lot of core work to support your body in that position. Then bringing yourself with your legs up wherever you're going to begin. Take your hands onto the ground. The opposite arm can be there for keeping that shoulder blade on the ground. Let's inhale to go to the place that you could go to where you can maintain holding this position. Squeeze the block, pull the toes towards you. Activate your core to help support your body in this position. The side you're going towards, push that hand into the floor. Pull your pubic bone up towards your low ribs. Really activate and turn on your core here. Squeezing the block activates the adductors, the inner thigh muscles. That helps to turn on the core as well. Take one more breath. Bringing yourself back to center. Take the block out. Draw the knees in. Your knees are wide here. And then hold on at the back of the thighs and the soles of the feet are up towards the sky. This is a happy baby. Rock side to side across the top part of your pelvis. And then bring yourself onto your side. We're going to use that top leg as a piston, pushing away from the ground. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, push away so you can keep your spine nice and safe as you bring yourself up. All right, props off to the side. Bring your blanket underneath your knees. We're gonna come up, we're gonna take our time to come up. We're gonna start to warm up the leg muscles, weight there in the leg muscles. Before we do that, I'd like you to stretch your feet. So flip your toes under, bring your ankles towards each other. Try to get the pinky toes to bend as well. And stretch your feet, keeping your feet nice and limber for fall and fracture prevention. Sit nice and tall, elbows are underneath your shoulders, palms are up towards the sky. That'll actually set your upper back up. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and bring yourself out. Take your hands wide here, take your knees wide. So I want your knees to be wide and then your feet wide. So your feet are as wide as your mat, your hands are as wide as your mat. Then spread your fingers, take an inhale. And as you exhale, push yourself back, bend your toes, lift your tushy in the air and keep that deep bend in your hip joint. Start to walk 1 foot at a time towards the floor, pushing towards the pinky toe edge. Don't let your head hang, keep it active, your neck. Your eyes can be closed here, and as you push your heels down, feeling that stretch in the calf, try to push both down if you can. The bend is in your hip joint. Take one more breath. And then bend your knees and slowly start to walk your hands back. Keep your face forward until the soles of the feet touch the floor. And then bring one forearm at a time up towards your thighs. See if you could lower your tushy, lowering your tushy. Look forward of your mat. And then see if you could bring your toes off the floor. And then press into the pinky toe edges of your feet so your arches activate. Put your toes back down like you're trying to grab the floor with your toes. And see if you can feel this in the glutes, in the quads. The more you push your weight back, the more you're going to go to your glutes. If you stay forward in your feet, you're going to be in the front of your legs and your quads. Your head is looking forward, so your upper back is starting to heat up. Posture muscles at work. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to slowly bring yourself up. Allowing your blood pressure to calibrate to a different position, from the ground to standing. Safely bending in your hip joint to reach down to get your blanket to clear your working space. And then bring yourself into mountain. This is a posture of alignment. And having proper alignment is important for fall and fracture prevention. It's important to keep our body healthy. So feel the heels, lift the toes off, wiggle back and forth in your heels, and then spread your toes, look down, see if you can see between your toes, working on getting that flexibility and range of motion to come into your feet. And then put the pinky toes down, and then each toe, and as you put the big toe down, try to spread it as far away from that second toe as possible, making the biggest pad possible. Now when you're here, take your hands down alongside your body. Bring your body forward, feel the front part of your foot, and then push your body back, feel the heels. Now come to equal weight between front and back. Now push the pinky toe edges into the floor. Push the top thighs back and keep your pelvis in a neutral position. Squeeze your tushy cheeks, pull your tailbone down to minimize that low back curve and to take any posterior or anterior tilt out of your body. Reach down with your hands. Bring your awareness to your feet again. Feel equal front, sides, and back. And then tuck your chin slightly down towards your chest. Push your chin back. And then imagine behind you, right in the center of your head, is a posture hook. And as you tuck your chin down, reach up as if you were putting yourself on that hook. On that posture hook. Hands are down and back. Push your head back. And then push your shoulders back. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Now here, it's also a good time, if it's right for you, to practice either one eye closed or the other, or both, and feeling in your body where the body is sensing it needs to move here, move there, move here, move there. Just notice what happens. So only close your eyes if it's safe to do so. Visual plays such an important role for balance. So only do that if that's right for you. This is mountain Tadasana, a posture of alignment. Joint alignment means healthy joints, means as much bone stimulation as possible as we practice yoga therapy for bone health. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and release. Take a little bit of that movement out of your body. Keep your feet where they are. Let's come into a balanced posture here. So 2 options. I'm going to do eagle, a little bit challenging. So I'm going to show you what eagle looks like. We wrap our lower body. So my right leg is on top of my left, which means my right arm will go underneath my left. And I'm able to get that wrap. So I could do the eagle posture. If you cannot do the eagle posture, which is some can't, maybe you could do it in the arm part, maybe the leg part. You could bring your foot forward and come into Karate Kid, single leg, or you could come into tree pose. So choose a balance, a single leg balance for you right now that works for your body. And then come into the posture, get yourself established, and start your breaths here. Take one more breath. And then slowly bring yourself out. You're going to go to the other side. Coming through mountain, posture of alignment. You have your best chance for success when you're in an aligned position. Get yourself in the next side that you're going to come into. And let's begin with breath. Keep your mouth closed. Breathe in and out through your nose. Find something to stare at. Look at one specific spot in front of you. Even if there's nothing on a white blank wall, look at one particular place to keep yourself nice and balanced. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and bring yourself out. Let's shake your legs, shake your arms. So get a chair if you need a chair. Get a wall if you need a wall. And let's come into the hips and create a little stimulation in the hips. So I will use the chair for the warrior 2 position. So bring a chair in front of you. When you use a chair, make sure 2 of the legs at least are on the mat for safety. And then take yourself into a really wide position. I want you to go really, really wide here. If balance is an issue for you, have that chair touching your body so you feel secure. Let's do left side first. Pick up the left toe, turn the left toe away from you, pick up the right heel's away from you. Let's warm up that left leg. So take your hands on the chair, don't grab on, push down. Push away from the right pinky toe edge. As you push away from the right pinky toe edge, bend the left hip and bend the left knee. Your body will go straight down if you bend the hip and the knee. If you don't bend the hip, your body will go forward. Don't let your body go forward. You want to go down. You want that leg bone to go far away from your body. That's how we create a lot of tension and pressure in that upper thigh, in the hip joint, hip complex, the pelvis. Bring yourself down, stay here. Come down as low as you can. Shoulders are forward, up, back, and they're down, and then bring your arms up. Look forward over the front, middle finger. Push the back right side foot edge into the floor. Push your ears away from your shoulders or your shoulders away from your ears. Push your hands back, slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Really push away from that right side. Feel that right inner thigh moving towards the ground. Push the left knee to the left. Stay nice and low here, and then stay tall in your torso. Squeeze the tushy, pull the buttocks down towards the ground. That may help as well. Take one more breath, and then go ahead and bring yourself up. Stay the wide leg position. Bring your toes forward. Pick up your right foot reaches away, left heel is away. And then pushing down on the chair, push away from the left pinky toe edge to start to bend that right knee. Push the right knee to the right, push away from that left foot, bend the right hip joint, bend the right knee. Pushing down onto your chair, start exploring what that feels like in your leg. And then on this next one, you're gonna push away from that left pinky toe edge to bring yourself down. Go as deep as you can in this position. Shoulders are forward, up, back, and down, and then bring your arms up. And then here you start to correct. Push the shoulders away from the ears. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Look over that front middle finger. Go deeper if you can. Push that leg to the right. Squeeze the tushy and pull the buttocks down towards the ground. Push the left foot, pinky toe edge into the ground. Grab the floor with both feet. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Push the shoulders away from the ears. Push the hands back. Bend that right knee. Push the right knee to the right. Always working in the posture to go deeper, to get better alignment, to stay there, to create as much stimulation as possible. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and bring yourself up. Come all the way up and shake your legs. So you could keep the chair there if you'd like, if you need it. And if you don't, you can bring it off to the side. So you keep it there if you need it. We're gonna go into a side angle. A block for this. So if you have the chair there, you have the chair in front of you, bring the block over to the left side. Take your legs wide here, and then pick up left toe, left foot's away from you, right heel moves away. Take your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. We're gonna enter the warrior two, push away from the right foot, bending the left leg, left knee to the side. You wanna make sure your torso is not forward over your leg. So push your torso away, bending that hip, bending that front hip. Shoulders are forward, up, back, and down. Take your arms up, reach long, and then bring your hand on top of your thigh. Keep as much space between your rib cage and your top thigh. Don't collapse in this posture. Push away, be active. If you can, you could take your arm on the inside, straight arm, pushing that knee away. Or if you could bend a little deeper in your hip joint, you could come with your hands on the block, pushing onto that inner knee. Deep, deep inner thigh stretch. Squeeze the tushy, pull the tailbone down towards that back inner heel. And then your trunk, lengthen your torso, and then turn your heart up towards the sky. Feel all that pulling on the pelvis, on the hip. Try to keep your spine nice and long. Don't compromise the spine. Do not bend at the waist, meaning the place right above the pelvis. Don't bend there. Bend in that hip joint. Take one more breath. Bring yourself up and out. Let's go to the other side. Keep your legs wide if you can. If the chair is there, you can keep the chair there. Block goes to the other side. When you bend, bending in that hip. Take the right toes up, right foot's away, left heel is away. Shoulders are forward, up, back, and they're down. Push away from that pinky toe edge as you lower down into the warrior two. Bringing your arms up from here, lengthen, and then bring your arm on the top thigh. Bring your arm up towards the sky. Stay here, or bring your arm on the inside. That may be where you stay, or you bring it onto the block. Maybe you could go a little bit lower. Keep that active left foot, pinky toe edge. Push that knee away from you. Lengthen your spine. Squeeze your tushy and pull the tailbone down. So correct your pelvis. And then turn your heart up towards the sky. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back up and bring yourself out. Take your legs and shake your legs. Turn your ankles around. So getting a little single leg, getting a little balance here, bringing your foot up and around. Then just notice, working on a lot of strength today, maybe you're feeling a little bit stronger in your legs to do this. Taking the toes, turning the foot around. In one direction and then in the other. And then shake. So this next posture we're going to do is chair. And chair is a great posture for strengthening the low body and for really working on that proper squatting position in the body that's so important. Let's do it today with a block. Take a block or a pillow or a rolled up blanket and bring it right between the area right around the knees, or it could be a little higher on the shins, or you could even try it lower at your calves. So if you don't try calves very often, try that. If you do knees, try thighs, just try something different today. And then you want to look down, your toes should be pointing forward and they should only be the distance of the block. So the bend we're going to do is in our hip joint. So take your hands right here in the hips and start to bend just a little bit. So start with your knees bent a little, squeeze the block, and then start to sit back and down like you're going to sit on something, feeling the most of that happen here in the glutes. If you have a really big low back curve, you could actually pull the tailbone down. When you go down, you're going to feel even more of that action. So just do that a couple of times to feel that you're in the right place. Bending at the hip joint. And let's come into this posture. Tailbone goes down, trying to minimize that extension of the low back. And then start to bend your hip joint, low down into the chair. Squeeze the block, lower down, bending your hips back. You could bring your arms forward to counterbalance. That might give you a little bit more ability to go a little lower. Go a little lower if you can, and squeeze the block, stay here. If closing your eyes is appropriate, try closing your eyes. If held in your arms here doesn't feel good, take your hands together at your heart, or take your arms out to the side. Explore the different hand positions. Lift your toes off the floor if you can. Feel this in the glutes. Squeeze the block, squeeze the tushy, pull down. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself up. Take the block out. Find Tadasana, find mountain, find alignment. Front of the feet, back of the feet, side of the feet. Push your thighs back, squeeze your buttocks to pull your tailbone down to neutralize the pelvis. Hands reach down, feet push down, you get tall, chin parallel towards the ground. Take one more breath. So it's time for Shavasana to allow the integration of everything that we practiced today. Get yourself set up in whatever way you'd like. I'm going to do legs up the wall today because it's nice and releasing for low back. So go ahead and get yourself ready for whatever you'd like to do. Bring yourself down. Get yourself into a position. If you need to bring your knees to your chest, try that. Do whatever it is that you need to do to find that relaxation in your body, to let go, to connect to breath, to be in the present moment. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Start to bring movement into your fingers, into your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Come all the way onto your side. And from here, push yourself up to a seated position. We'll close with breath. So So get yourself into a position where you bring your hands to your heart. Hands are together, pressing into your heart. Sit nice and tall in your spine. Feel your spine lengthen out of the pelvis. And slightly tuck the chin towards the chest. Put the chin back towards the chest. Closing with a humming sound to settle what needs settled. Take an exhale to create space. Inhale deeply. Bringing your hand up towards your forehead, bowing at the hip joint forward in gratitude. Namaste. Okie dokie. Terry, are you still here with me? Not a big turnout live today, although I know many of you watch this recorded. So I want to know if you're still here, Terry, or if something happened along the way. Let me know if you're here or who is here. Thanks for the thumbs up. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel so you'll get updates. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, I send out great informative newsletters about bone health, gut health, cooking, and yoga therapy for bone health, lifestyle-based aspects. So sign up for my newsletter. Visit my website, debbierobinson.com, DEBI Robinson.com. Thanks so much.